Welcome back to another episode of Cut the Kak, the show where we talk about the sport we absolutely love but seem to know very little about. That clown over there, that's Chad. I'm Byron. Chad, let's cut the kak.
Cut the Kak part. Welcome back.
More
Hello.
cut, more kak to cut and kak.
Lots of it. I'm trying to move myself.
All right, so Chad, there is all international rugby going on. We've got some under 20 rugby, World Rugby Championship to talk about. We've got the Nations Championship to talk about. We've got the Nations Cup to talk about. We've got the Ladies Springboks to talk about and everything else in between. So where do you want to start?
Let's start with the ladies, because that's kind of where it all started.
Yeah, nice little curtain raiser for the box game at Loftus. This one didn't go as well for them as the last one. They lost by a try, 19 points to 26 against USA Women. But exciting stuff. I mean, it looks good. I don't know what the big plan is. Like you said, there was that one post that said South Africa women's rugby has been taking it seriously for a minute, and they already beating teams in the top 10.
It was good. The only thing I have about that game, and it's nothing to do with the women's rugby itself, it was impossible to watch. Couldn't watch it here.
Unless you had SuperSport, couldn't do it. I wonder if SuperSport would be willing to give us access to an account that is not geo-blocked.
That would be amazing, but it would violate so many
international broadcasting and television rights.
But they would make an absolute fucking fortune.
I think as a South African leaving South Africa, not having SuperSport is the toughest thing to adjust to.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know how good we had it.
Yeah, by far the best broadcaster for sports.
100%. Everywhere else you go, you've got to have 700 different subscriptions. Yeah. And you still miss half the games.
Yeah. I just wish, and it's out there, it's just I have to move to South Africa to have it, that there was one subscription to be able to watch URC, Super Rugby, Women's Box, Springboks,
Nations Championship, Nations Cup, Under 20 Rugby Champions. It's all in one
Varsity
place.
Varsity
Craven
Cup. Week, high school rugby.
French Top 14. Premiership Rugby. I'm assuming the MLR. I'm just going to throw it out there. No one cares about it, but I'm assuming it's on SuperSport.
Yeah, probably.
Why is it that maybe that's why South Africa thrives? Because everybody can watch all the sport all the time whenever they want when it comes to a sporting nation. Everywhere else you have to fight for the ability to watch the games. In South Africa, it's almost everywhere. Yeah. Almost. DSTV is expensive, but
worth it though.
I mean, if you combine what you pay for the URC, what you pay for Super, what do you have? Sky Sports, New Zealand.
Yep.
And everything else you need to watch all the cricket, all the footy, all the rugby, everything. You're going to pay more than what you're paying for DSTV, which is the crazy part.
Yeah. So that's the full package of DSTV.
Nah, I'm not following this, so please get me wrong. Well, please correct me, because I'm definitely going to be wrong. Canal Plus purchased DSTV, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a French company. Now, hear me out, make it available in Europe. The exact same product.
Yep.
Now, I know that every country is going to have a problem, like here in the Netherlands, they use Ziggo Sport for some of the rugby. But that's some of the rugby. I want all of the rugby.
You know what? I get maybe someone that's got a bit of product knowledge on this kind of stuff. Wonder how much better it would be if they weren't like, so I know Sky Sports is the only ones they can hold because they have exclusive broadcast rights to Super Rugby. If that wasn't a thing and you could have it on all the different subscription services that you wanted, so say fucking Netflix wanted to buy the rugby or Apple TV wanted to buy the rugby and you could watch it there. And if you wanted to, you could have it on Sky Sport. How good would that be? You'd have your broadcasting rights costs would all go down for one.
Mm-hmm.
And people would have choice of where they wanted to watch it. Want to watch Netflix? Go watch on Netflix. Want to watch on fucking YouTube Premium?
You know what the problem with that is? Those arseholes and I call them arseholes because it shouldn't be this difficult to watch sport. Those arseholes that have the rights, they have an inferior product, yet we are forced to pay it because there's no other way for us to watch the sport. Unless you do it illegally. And the whole point of this conversation is for us to support rugby and pay for it. But like, it's so hard to try and find every competition everywhere you go. Except there's one solution which we can't use, and that's SuperSport.
Yeah, SuperSport, Canal Sport. I know that there was worries that they were going to change the way how much rugby was being shown. but a couple months ago it was announced and nothing changed, which is an
There
absolute
would
win.
be riots in South Africa if they lessen the number of rugby that's available. There's Craven Week rugby, there's varsity, now the Curry Cup is starting,
Yeah,
and here we are complaining instead of watching.
yeah.
So, if anyone can find a way or has a better product than SuperSport, let us know, but just want to
I think
watch.
there is one.
It shouldn't have to be this hard. It doesn't have to be. But okay, that's enough bitching for one
Yeah,
podcast.
that
There's a
was
lot
a lot
more
of
bitching to
grim
come.
for the first 7 minutes.
Let's talk. I think if we go in order on which they were played, we've
Mhm.
got the last round of the pool games to talk about from the under 20 World Championship,
Yep.
which has bled into now the knockout stages occurring all same day as we're talking. But if we go back to Tuesday last week, as we mentioned, the big games were basically knockout games. And that
Yep.
was New Zealand versus Italy, where New Zealand under 20s dominated 45-15. Then Argentina under 20s versus England under 20s. What a game. And the ending was insane. I don't know if you caught it,
I didn't watch it,
but
no.
England led most of the game and Argentina came back during the second half. Incredible comeback to watch in any case. Then there was a knock on in the 79th minute by Argentina and you thought the game was over. England have a scrum, pass the ball to the fly half for him to kick it out, misses the kick.
What?
Argentina regather the ball. Play goes on. I wish they had a phase counter for how many phases was in that attack from their 22 moving forward. And then it keeps going. If I'm not mistaken, Argentina score. There's a TMO check and they reverse the try and it was the end of the game. England won by 2 points.
God. Okay, I'm going to try and
And
find
I
that game.
think it was a held up try, if I'm not mistaken. But when Sam Winters missed that kick for touch, all hell broke loose. Incredible game. So unfortunate for Argentina, but a great way to end the game. What are the other big ones? We had South Africa under 20s versus Wales.
I was surprised that game wasn't a bigger scoreline.
I said, look, Wales played well.
Yeah.
It took a
Almost better
minute.
than their actual Wales side. Sorry.
Not saying much. It took a while for the scrums to get started, but once South Africa got started on those scrums, those poor boys, they got
It
scrummed
does
into
seem
them.
unfair how
Yeah.
it's
At
throughout
every
the
level,
entire tournament.
club, under 20, box,
No, I'm
doesn't
talking
matter.
like in this particular tournament so far.
Yeah.
All the scrums that we've had, it's just such a weapon. It's borderline unfair.
Yeah, because usually the scrum is an attacking platform for small games. Now, if you get a penalty from it, we're getting 30 meters every time we scrum.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit of a cheat code. And then the other one I had was the second try for the box. Ethan Adams, the inside
Bro,
center.
Ethan Adams is a freak.
I'm so glad he signed for the Lions. Let me just tell you. But
Yeah, hopefully they
Ethan
keep him
Adams, yeah, that's the problem with the Lions, isn't it? We had
Yeah.
Brian Habana, we had Malcolm Marks, we had Cut The Kak. All of them said,
Yeah.
"Dwee."
Yeah. That is the most
But that
Dutch
Ethan
thing you've said on
Adams
this entire podcast.
What's that?
That's the most Dutch thing you've said on this entire podcast.
Actually, you're right. When I said "doy," I thought about the same thing. I was like, shit.
Yeah. Is that right? It happens.
But him and Ahmed had what a beautiful try.
But it's not just like that. With the junior box under 20s, it's not just that we have like ungodly talent. It's the set pieces that they just execute so well. And the phase plays that you can clearly see has been run a million times on the training pitch, just being able to translate that into an actual game. So it's not just the great players. We also have to think about who's coaching that side and what a great job they're doing.
And their execution of complex skills is also, for me, insane at the under 20 level.
It's much higher than the other boys.
Like it's not basic rugby that they're playing.
No.
At all. It's such high skill.
I think it's going to be a New Zealand South Africa final.
Well, yeah, so
week.
France beat Australia by 5 points, which brings us into the games that were played on Sunday, which was for the 13th place semi-final and the 5th place semi-final. So for that, Japan destroyed the US 71-21 in the 13th place, and Spain destroyed Uruguay 57-6. So USA and Uruguay will play for bottom place, and then Japan and Spain will play for 13th. And then in the 5th place semi-final, Scotland beat Argentina, and Wales narrowly beat Australia by 2 points.
Yep.
So Wales versus Scotland for 5th place and Australia versus Argentina for 7th and 8th. Then if we go according to what you're saying, because today there's 4 games, there's the 9th place semi-final, which is Georgia versus Italy and Ireland versus Fiji. And then the other 2 semis, the main semis, France, New Zealand, South Africa, England. So you think New Zealand beat France and South Africa play England in the final? I mean, South Africa beat England and then we'll play New Zealand. Look, I think the best teams made it into the semi-final. It should be this way. So I am curious to see how it unfolds. I think that France-New Zealand game is also going to be pretty epic.
All the all the teams in those important semis, as you call them, are unbeaten.
Yeah.
So
no, it's going to be good rugby if you're awake and got time today. Definitely tune in.
I'll try to wake up for the other one.
20.
It's at 4:30 my time. I can do that. I can definitely wake up
there's
for that.
no reason for you to wake up for that France-New Zealand game then.
No, that's at 2:00. There's no chance of that happening. I only wake up at that time to watch the box play.
That's fair enough.
The points difference for each pool.
Oh, I didn't even look into that. Let's have a look.
France in Pool D are plus 60 points. England are plus 37. New Zealand are plus 57. South Africa 144.
It's crazy to me. And another thing, I know you and I spoke about this like at the beginning of the pod when we started, or like beginning of the year, whatever it was. The run that the Springboks are currently on, it's never been better to be a Boks fan.
I was thinking about it this weekend, and I guess we can talk about it now. Is at some point
we have to lose.
We have to lose at some point. And we spoke about this the other, like, which games would you like to lose, or which ones will you be willing to accept this year coming up? Can you imagine if it's this weekend?
Nah, Chad, it's Wales.
But look, the reason why we're talking about the under-20s, I saw a thing that apparently 2 of the boys in the under-20s might not be playing in the under-20s today, because they're going over to Durban to go and play against Wales. So, I mean, it was just an Instagram post. I don't believe everything that's on Instagram, right? Saying it now. But if that's true, and we put out a very different team to that we put out last week.
Well, we put out a very different team against Scotland.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we do that again.
Go
that
to
much
CT.
change. Yeah. Against the Wales is a bit risky, even if it's Wales. Still an international rugby team.
Did you hear what Rusty said about this?
No.
So it was one of the post-match interviews. I think I sent it to you on Instagram. He was saying that it's important for these players that may not have the same amount of experience to play in a match where they're not always winning, to play in a match where the crowd goes silent, to play in a match where they lose players, to play in a match where things aren't going their way, because they need to have the experience to come out of that on the other side as a better player. And he says even as coaches, they need to experience this as well, because things aren't always going to go your way. And when you go to a World Cup, you need to be able to put anyone in any position at any time under any circumstance, and they need to do well. So I think, as we spoke about, Rassie doesn't mind losing a game between now and the World Cup, because he's got experimenting to do. And if the experiments go his way, great. If they don't, then we learn something new. But I think you can put anyone who's good enough to be a Springbok against Wales at the moment, and we would still win. I think this might come back to bite me, but I think you could put the under-20 side that beat the under-20 Wales against Wales this weekend in Durban, and they might get a win.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay. Look, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but it's wild. Wild statement.
I think it would be a good game. I don't know if the under-20 Boks could pull it off.
I don't think I think the forwards would struggle just because of size differences. That's all.
Size and experience. Yeah.
I think just size by itself would be rough.
Yeah, but then it would make the game even, because then we wouldn't be getting scrum penalties. It would be more of a
normal game.
Yeah, so then it's up to Ahmed and what's his name, the center. I just spoke about him, Ethan Adams. It's up to those oaks to Lorenzo Julius go out there and put on a performance. I mean, Julius played in the URC, so he's played against some of those boys.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I was going to keep refreshing, because apparently Rusty's going to do Rusty things again and
put the
drop
squad
the squad in the next
7
couple
weeks
minutes.
Early.
Yeah,
that would be nice to catch during the recording. But Do you want to hop into the championship, how things unfolded there, and look at the table? So we got all of our predictions correct.
For the Rugby Nations Championship, yes.
Yep.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Bang,
Except
bang.
the cup, we let our hearts get the better of us, but that's okay.
Bro, yeah. I've got two things. So those two games that we spoke about Hong Kong and Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Bro.
Do you want to just do Nations Cup first?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking at it. Do you want to run through the results?
Sure. I'll go through the results and then you can stop me at any time when you want to say something. First game, banger.
36 all.
Uruguay,
I watched the
Romania,
highlights of this one.
36 all.
Yeah.
I actually watched every minute of that game because it was in between.
Did you?
Yeah, it was between the box game and the Argentina game.
Yeah, I was
What a game.
I was dreaming when this game was on.
Then Georgia ran all over Samoa. And this one was interesting for me. Spain ran all over Tonga. Did not expect that. I did not expect that.
No.
Which means that I know Spanish rugby was on the up and up, but
it'll be
to
exciting.
beat Tonga 32-19 is not it's not something to look over. You know what I mean? For Spain coming into this World Cup. I think it's very exciting for Europe rugby, for European rugby. Then this one, we want to talk about the number of cards, but Chile versus Hong Kong, China, 38-12.
Bro, if Hong Kong, China was able to keep players on the field, they win that game. They just had, 4 yellow cards and a red. It was...
Yeah, they played, they played more than half the game with 14 players and portions of the game with 13 players.
Yeah, majority of that game was played with 14 men.
Even at the best of the best,
9 minutes.
At that.
They got their first yellow card 9 minutes, so he was off for 10 minutes, right? Old mate came back for 4 minutes, then they got a card. Then then the first, just before the second half, they got the first yellow card, got another yellow card, 20-minute red. So he was gone for 20 minutes, and that was from the 40th minute, to keep it simple. 40th minute, he's sent off, chilling, gone, having a shower. Then 61st minute, they get another card. 65th minute, another card.
Yeah.
So after every single card, Chile got a try. So
you keep all 15 men on the field and you get a different result.
Yeah. The boys showed heart and grunt and regias,
I like being biased towards Zimbabwe and Hong Kong, China now that we've spoken to them. I love it. I feel invested in these two programs.
I love it. I was literally Googling where to buy a Hong Kong jersey, New Zealand. Turns out you can't. But I'm absolutely buying those two jerseys for the World Cup.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. And they'll just be on rotate.
Then the US did get the better of Zimbabwe. However,
bro, that was such a good game.
I love Zimbabwe's style of rugby. I love it.
It's so fun.
It's so fun. I don't know why we've been deprived of this for so many years.
It's Transporter. I want to see him in the Crusaders or in the Sharks. Somebody at either of those teams, sign him up.
The Curry
please.
Cup is coming up, starts this weekend. A Curry Cup side would benefit so much from having him on in their team.
Yeah, no. I want him here where I can watch him. I want him.
You want to go watch him live, you greedy prick.
Yeah. But put him in the Tasman Marco.
Put him in the Cheetahs and let him ride.
Actually, you're actually right. The Cheetahs have to win, not this Curry Cup. They have to win the Curry Cup next year.
Curry Cup, yeah.
Okay, so...
And Edward Zigwake would be perfect.
Bro, he is... I understand why they call him the Transporter. Because he's he gets into places where he shouldn't be in no time. His acceleration must be up there with the best.
It's his footwork as well that is and he's young. He's so young.
22.
Yeah, crazy.
Cooked. Yeah, I want to see a lot more of a couple of those boys. Their centers are rock solid. Yeah, I know. Love their style of rugby. It's so good. I think the more game time they have like this, and I think it's fantastic that this Nations Cup is happening, they're only going to get better. Because I think if you look at the Zimbabwe game from last week to this week, same thing with Hong Kong, China. They looked so good this week.
Well, it's because they're playing, high level competition on a weekly basis now. This is something that we were crying for.
Yeah.
Screaming for at the top of our lungs for these World Rugby was like, we need to grow the game. We need to grow the game. We need to grow the game. Now they're finally playing one another. So the only way for these teams to get better is to play teams that are better than them on a regular basis.
Yeah. You know what? World Rugby should just have a streaming service where all the World Rugby games, take my money,
So,
take my $40 or whatever, how much, 50
do you know what it
fucking dollars.
is?
What?
So Rugby Pass, for example, has all of the games available in the country you're in if they're not showing it on their local provider. What I mean by that is, so yesterday on Sunday were some under 20 games, and Ziggo Sport, which is one of the rugby providers here in the Netherlands, they were showing the semi-final games for the 5th position playoff, but they weren't showing the 13th place playoff. So you could watch the 13th place playoff on Rugby Pass, but you couldn't watch the 5th place playoff on Rugby Pass because Ziggo Sport paid whoever the fuck they got to pay in order to do it. I would love to know how many people watched that game on Ziggo Sport versus how many people watched the 15th place playoff, 13th place playoff on Rugby Pass.
Yeah.
And then I just want to know those numbers, because if my assumption is correct, more people watched it on Rugby Pass than watched it on Ziggo Sport in the Netherlands. And if that's the case, there's a much easier way to solve this problem, and that's put everything on World Rugby. Let us pay World Rugby a monthly subscription, and let us just watch everything. And if you have it on your local provider, sure, cool, no problem. They can watch it on there. They don't need to pay World Rugby $40 a month or whatever it might be. But anyways,
Right, it would be so good. They just share the profits with all the teams and clubs. They make so much money. Like, if I did that, didn't have to have a VPN and do all this cuck to watch rugby.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. And then the last game, sorry, I know I got distracted. Portugal beat Canada 38-40.
As expected.
So looking at the pools, you got Chile on top of the one with USA in second, Samoa third, Tonga, Uruguay, Canada. And the other group, you got Georgia, Spain, Portugal, Romania, Zimbabwe, and Hong Kong.
Hey, good.
I'm loving the Nations Cup, and I hope that it continues to grow.
Dude, I hope that it's here to stay. It is so, so good. I've been loving it.
Because
we
just don't get
so
the
much
chance
rugby
to watch
either.
these other teams.
I know. It would be lacquer if it wasn't at the exact same time. There's just so much rugby to watch. The family hates me.
I saw a clip that I didn't really agree with, but when I read the comments, a bunch of people were like, oh, it makes so much sense. They were complaining that with this competition, that why is rugby one of the sports where all of the fixtures have to be on a Saturday? Why don't we, like for the Nations Championship, do 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday?
It's a great question.
Not a bad idea.
They do it for Super Rugby. Why not do it for this competition?
But Super Rugby is usually 1 or 2 fixtures on the Friday and the rest on the Saturday, no?
We have some on Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you look at the big football leagues, they all do Saturday and Sunday and occasionally a Friday.
Yeah. I mean, I love Friday footy. It's not bad. Finish work, crack a beer, and
I still like the majority of the fixtures to be on a Saturday, but put one on Friday night, 4 on Saturday, and 1 on Sunday.
That's exactly what Super Rugby does.
Do it. All right, World Rugby, you heard it here, not first, but you heard it anyway.
Yeah, the people want it. The people want it in a streaming service so we can just watch all the rugby in one place, and you can take our money. Take us.
And then also you can do it any day of the week because you have the ability to do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, and we can do commentary for you guys, post-game commentary. It'll be great.
It will be something. I don't know if great's the word I'd use.
Great's the word, Byron. Look at us go.
Do you want to do Nations Cup predictions for the final week?
Sure.
Because I did them last week. So let's go. Starts off. Ooh, nice early game for me. Samoa versus Romania.
Samoa.
Okay. Interesting call. Romania's been playing well. I like it. Uruguay, Hong Kong, China.
Hong Kong, China, baby. If they can keep 15 men on the field, Hong Kong, China win that game. Boys, please, keep the boys on the park. You need them to score tries.
And to defend tries from coming in.
And to defend tries. But yeah, some of their tries are unreal in that game. Did you watch the full game?
I watched the highlights. I didn't, unfortunately,
the tries they scored were insane. Anyway, next game, hit me.
Chile, Georgia. Ooh.
Georgia?
That feels like almost like a decider for the Nations Cup in terms of like top teams.
Georgia wins, easy. Next.
Okay. Another good game. Tonga, Portugal.
That's a good one. I think Tonga wins. Tonga? That's gonna be.
I just can't believe. I mean, if Spain beats Tonga, Portugal should beat Tonga if you do rugby math. But we'll see what happens, I guess. Then USA, Spain. I'm going Spain on that one.
Spain, yeah. Sorry.
Canada, Zimbabwe.
The Sables win it.
Let's go. Transporter hat trick.
Just getting better. Yeah, they win.
Perfect. Then, shall we dive into another fantastic weekend of international test rugby in the Nation Championship?
How Yeah.
New Zealand, Italy,
Yeah.
47-17. Close game in the first half. And then I texted my brother and I said, unfortunately, these games normally fall apart at around the 60th minute,
Yeah.
where I feel like the teams that are punching above their weight just run out of gas.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it fell apart in the 42nd minute for Italy.
It didn't even take 60.
No, it was like, I think that second half, it was like going to a chicken farm and it was just chaos. And
It was chaos. Oh, there's something from the under-20s I forgot to mention.
Byron, what?
Here we go, hopping around again. Did you watch the Fiji-Spain game?
No.
Under-20s. So, was it Fiji-Spain? Let me just double check. Sorry. I know I'm
Yeah,
hopping
maybe
around.
the post commentary was not a good idea.
I told you already. It was Fiji, Australia. Excuse me. No, I'm confused. No, it was Fiji, Spain. I'm correct. Fiji, Spain.
Okay.
Spain kicks the ball, clears the ball. Fiji player runs in, looks like a late challenge. Referee says no foul play. Next time the game stops, the referee walks over to the Spanish player and says, "This is not football. There will be no diving here." He says that number 15 wasn't hit late and his dive was dramatic. And when I watched it live, I thought the same thing. Then you watch the replay. Look, it wasn't necessarily foul play, but the Spanish kicker got hit late and he got hit in the pip. So what happened was the Fiji player came in for the charge down.
Yeah.
And when he followed through, he caught the Spanish player right here at full speed with his chest. I just thought it was nice to see
Insult to injury.
Yeah, just being like, no diving here. And you watch the replay back and he got fucking moved. That's what
I wonder if the ref went, "Oh, fuck," after the game.
Yeah, he watched the game back and he goes, "Shit, maybe I should send him a text." I got distracted. Sorry. New Zealand destroyed Italy. I loved it.
Second half, chicken farm, unreal.
And look, I know I give him shit all the time, but Cody Taylor was
He's a beast.
Absolute beast in that game.
Yeah, he definitely wanted it.
You know, you kind of have to be because of who they got coming off the bench at hooker for New Zealand. Like if Cody Taylor doesn't absolutely dominate, then Samisoni's going to start.
Yeah.
So Cody Taylor almost has to
in
play.
my opinion, I would have it the other way around. I would start Takiao and then bring on Taylor.
See, but I think the thing is, so Cody Taylor, obviously, as much as I talk shit about him, fantastic hooker, great experience, always in the right place, great runs, got speed, all of those things. But Samisoni has this unstoppable strength.
Yeah.
When he runs. And I think bringing him on with 30 minutes left of the game, 25 minutes left of the game, you bring him in against tired players.
Yeah.
I think he makes a bigger impact off the bench than Cody Taylor would. Not saying Cody Taylor wouldn't do great things coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Good, no matter how much shit I give him. But I think Samisoni's got a higher level of impact coming off the bench than Cody would.
Physically.
Yeah, just because he's a bowling ball of terror.
Yeah.
Then the Australia-France game.
Bro, the Australians always know how to fuck something up. Like, what were they? It was 21-12 or something. Yeah, 21-12. I was in full Australian mode. They're going to win this. They're going to beat France. It's going to be good. And then
just fell apart.
50th minute. Did they even score in the second half? Yeah, the 70th.
Yeah.
The only thing that they got in the second half was a yellow card.
Do you know what I found interesting in that game? They play the same position, but they have the opposite builds. And that's the number 4 and the number 5 for France.
Yeah.
Florian and Emmanuel. So Florian, I'm going to get this one. Verhage, something like that, and Miafu.
Yeah.
The fact that they play the same position but are built completely the opposite to one another is insane. Both tall boys.
Yeah, but that's about.
But one of them's 145 kilos of just death, and the other one's like, oh yeah, he's a lock.
In this game, who I think Australia actually needed was what's his name, Will Skelton. I know he plays for a French club. I don't know why he wasn't, or if he's even in the squad or training for Australia, but he's a problem, and that would have been the perfect oak to bring on.
You are so
into this game,
because I think that the French pack is what made the difference in that game. I
100%.
don't think I think Fraser McWright and Harry Wilson are probably not the best, but at the moment the best players for Australia. And I
Yep.
don't think those two guys have the size and the strength compared to what the French put out.
Yeah. But yeah, that's true. Because they had Callaghan who did well in Williams. But if you put even a Callaghan and Will Skelton, I think it makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Especially
The
in,
French
like,
just
line-out
had
stuff.
big boys out there.
Yeah. And that's what the French do. I'm sorry, I cannot wait for us to play them. Fuck, it's going to be good.
I was thinking we've got a much harder northern tour than our southern tour.
Do we?
Because we have England, Scotland, Wales now, and then later on this year we have France, Ireland,
In
and
Italy.
who am I missing? Italy.
I don't know if that's going to be harder.
Chad, the one's got Wales. And the way England are playing, you could put England in that category.
Have a
Okay.
look. That's round 4. Hang on. You got me looking here now. Round 4, we play Italy. Round 5, we play France. Yes, I get to watch rugby at 9 a.m.
So we end off against Ireland, France and Ireland in the Northern Series. Very interesting to see.
And then we play. Who do we play in the final? Who do you reckon? France. It's got to be France or Ireland, yeah?
France or Ireland for sure. Did you see? I know we haven't got into the box game yet, but now we've beaten all 6 of the
Clean
6
sweep, baby.
nations teams in one calendar year.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my head around the people that say the 6 nations is harder to win than the World Cup.
It's the same people that think England are the best team in the world.
Brother. Okay, then Japan losing to Ireland, expected.
Yep.
But I do want to call out some horse shittery about that game.
Hit me.
Why was it played in Australia with only 8,000 people in the stadium when Japan had 25,000 people the week before in Tokyo?
I have no idea. It was.
So I
It
saw
looked like a club rugby game.
It looked
I
worse
think
than the
I
club
don't think
rugby
anyone
game.
knew that it was being played there, for one.
It was
And there was
8,000 people.
And they were, every single one of them were shouting for Ireland. There wasn't a single Japanese fan there.
What I saw was a post saying that it was done in order to minimize the amount of travel for Australia because for Ireland, because then Ireland would have gone New Zealand, Japan, and then where they go for the third round. No, excuse me. Ireland would go Australia, Japan, New Zealand. So to minimize the travel for Ireland, they played the game in Australia. But I call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
Because Scotland played in Argentina, then flew to South Africa, and now in the final week, they're going back to Scotland to play Fiji. But if this competition holds, that would have been Argentina, South Africa, Fiji for Scotland.
And also Japan, Australia, New Zealand, not actually that far away from each other in the grand scheme of things.
Compared to flying from
To
Argentina to
and
South Africa. Exactly.
Yeah.
So is it to favor Ireland? Maybe. I don't know. But if money is the big thing, 8,000 people versus 25,000 people is a big fucking difference when you're making money. So World Rugby, let's have a look at that. And it's not as if they can use the same excuse for Japan that they're using for Fiji, where they say they don't have the infrastructure.
Week before that there was a fucking World Cup played in Japan.
Yeah, exactly. They've got everything they need to host three countries for 3 games. They'll be perfectly fine wherever you put them.
Yeah. That's actually a fucking great point, Byron. I reckon if you had Fiji play in Japan, you'd have a better turnout than they have had for their last games.
You genius. That's actually not the worst idea.
You'd have 25 a week.
And it's closer to Fiji than it is for the Fijians to travel to Scotland and England. And you know what? I think the Japanese would love it.
100%. It's one of the most growing sports there at the moment, the highest growing sports there.
Genius idea. But looking at that game and the team that Ireland put out, do you think obviously there was a few tries at the end by Ireland and it made the scoreline look more flattering? But do you think that was a sign of lack of depth in the Irish camp, or do you think it was a great performance by the Japanese and their growing rugby? Or
I think it was a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I think it was a bit of both. And I've said it and I'll say it again. Irish rugby is getting weaker. Scottish rugby is getting better. And I feel like this is just showing it. Things happening slowly. Maybe it was a wake-up call. Because, the scoreline, like you said, doesn't really reflect what actually happened in the game.
No, because they got some late points on that skews the result.
Yeah. They got that penalty and the try at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Because 2026 looks like a much more realistic scoreline for the game. I don't think Japan should have won, but 26-20 is a much better scoreline for that game.
Yeah.
But that just shows then, that means Irish rugby at the moment doesn't have the same depth as, say, New Zealand or France or South Africa.
Yeah, not even Australia.
Australia's got to win something before we can talk about their depth.
Yeah, Australia. Dude, they won the first half. Let's give them that.
Yeah, means nothing. Then Henry Pollock scoring a hat trick against Fiji.
I didn't watch that game. I had to choose which games I could watch
Yeah,
for this. But I rewatched the game after it happened. I felt bad for Fiji.
they couldn't do anything.
Nothing. They just got outplayed in
Every department.
every department of that game.
What's your opinion on the red card?
In the first half, yeah. Wait, I want to hear what a referee thinks of it.
I say red card.
Yeah.
Easy decision. I know what I did like was they did look to see if Genge was holding on to him to like provoke a reaction. It was just silly. It was unnecessary, and I don't think there's place for it in the game. I think
it was also just I reckon it was only because you know how frustrating it must have been to go through that first half and get 3 points and you giving your absolute you just get frustrated. I reckon that's what it was.
The frustration was real for sure. I do think that English kit, they shouldn't probably wear it again. I don't think it was a nice kit at all. But what I did find interesting, Marcus Smith at 9.
Yeah.
He's a little sneaky 9 if he stays there.
Yeah.
Because I think defensively, Marcus Smith struggles against the bigger backline players.
Yeah.
So him at 9, given his stature and his style of play, I think there's something to say there.
Janssen van Rensburg, who came on for
and getting a try on debut.
Scored. Yeah, just flying the South African flag sneakily there, which is pretty cool.
He's got the potential to be a big problem for the rest of the world.
And yeah, it'll be good. He was fun to watch. He was fun. When did he come on? Like the 70th, 60th?
It was early in the second.
Yeah.
But 73-8 is brutal.
Yeah, she's rough.
You know, the Fiji rugby we watched coming into this competition was a lot better than what they've done in the last 2 games. So I don't know what's happening.
We'll see. Who do they play next? They play Scotland next.
I think Scotland, outside of France, are the best team in the Northern Hemisphere at the moment.
Yep, I think you're right.
So I think Fiji are in for a little bit of a hurt to finish off the competition, or finish off this portion of the competition.
Yeah.
Then the big boys.
Look, it was
this game had everything
at halftime. Halftime, I was a little bit worried, but then second half, 60th minute, we just put the gas on. Those 2 tries we let in the second half, in the 68th or whatever minute it was,
67th and 69th,
brother. Incredible tries, fantastic. The gaps that they found and made were amazing, but that should not have happened.
No. I would love to hear what Rassie had to say about those 2 tries coming into the game.
I reckon the Oaks were lined up and Rassie had his shambok and was fucking beating the boys.
Imagine the drills, the running drills they had to do Monday or Tuesday at training for that.
The drills that were being run off those 2 tries.
Because those 2 tries shouldn't have happened.
Fantastic tries though. I don't want to take that.
Can't take that away from them
because they made those gaps. I reckon that was probably something that they had targeted and were training for, because they were pulled off both times fantastically. So good.
That
Pollard
game had everything.
Well. Yeah.
The reshuffling of the backline, I thought, worked out great. And I also heard an interview with Rassie where they've been practicing with Pollard at 12.
Yeah, because he's played there a couple times, Pollard.
When it happened in the game, it wasn't too crazy for them.
Yeah. It's
also losing Kane and Moody before the game, and then
Ethan Hooker coming in
and off, on and off.
Yeah. One done.
Yeah. something I thought that was interesting leading
Mhm.
into the game, I saw a post from News 24, and they were explaining that suite holders at Loftus had to pay an additional fee on top of the annual fee they pay for their boxes, for their suites, for the Springbok game. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because we spoke about ticket prices last week for the box. Now,
Yep.
look, Loftus was basically full because
It's
if you got
Loftus.
the box in Pretoria, you could charge an arm and a leg and it's still going to be full. But is this South African rugby CEOs and decision makers and whatever trying to make as much money as possible on the backs of the Springboks performing better than they ever have before?
Yes.
Now, I got a question for you.
Yeah, hit me.
What's more important? These assholes making as much money as they can in this point in time, or having the fan support and the box playing the best rugby they've ever played at the moment? What's more important? The box or these bastards?
Look, I don't think the money is just going to these bastards.
Okay.
Russie's spoken about it before, and he said it's expensive to run a successful rugby team the way it is, and it's not just
Especially the way he's doing it.
especially the way he's doing it. And but it's not just the Springboks that this SA Rugby have. All the Currie Cup sides they've got,
The URC
all of the
sides.
junior box, the women's box. So it's not
Varsity.
just the Springboks money at the end of the day. It'll go through
Yeah.
and get funneled down into all those different teams.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's expensive. Think about what Apple do and what all the other tech companies do. There's a 30% surcharge if you want to have your app on the App Store and make a purchase through it. Same business model. If you want to get access to your number one product, which is the App Store, and how many billion people use iPhones, you pay that fee. Same thing.
So you're saying it's okay to keep charging fans extra as long as the results keep going our way because we're supporting the teams.
Look, within a limit. There's got to be a limit, obviously, and you don't want to make it like a Super Bowl where it's like $10,000 for a ticket.
But now I got a question for you. Let's say you're right. Let's say this money is going to all of these teams the way that it should be. If you're a decision maker or a CEO or some high level exec and you're charging the suites extra, you're charging the fans extra, whatever it might be, wherever this additional income is coming from that's supposed to support the South African rugby program as a whole. If these oaks start to take bonuses, do you then get upset?
Yes. Again, within reason. If you've made $100 million.
Okay, but did he
in the
make the
calendar
100
year.
million or did Sia make the 100 million?
The whole team made, all
Yeah.
the teams have made 100 million. I
All
mean,
the teams, okay.
a couple
But
of years
not
ago,
to-
would we be speaking about the junior box? Absolutely not. Would we be speaking this much about the women's box? No, and it's because we are doing better.
Okay, so then I'm looking at this post now. South African rugby president Mark Alexander. If this man takes a 10 million rand bonus at the end of the year, do you get upset?
How much have they made?
I don't fucking know.
Well, if he's made 10, that's $1 million. Call it. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I guess my fear is
If the money gets used correctly and is being used to fund a fantastic
but when has that
program-
ever happened?
Oh, it's clearly fucking happening because there's more money being pumped into SA Rugby at the moment than there ever has been in its history.
I just don't trust when
I don't trust people either.
large pools of money
People suck.
around people.
We know this, but
Yeah.
I understand the why.
Now we just hope they're doing it for the right causes.
Yes, that is the only
All right.
thing. Also, the Springbok team just got announced.
Hold on. Wait. We're nearly done with the championship and then we'll dive into that. Almost there.
Yeah.
Zachary Paulson.
Brother, unreal.
So I noticed this last week and I paid full attention to it this week as well. The moment he came on, every single scrum, he dominated his side of the scrum.
Yeah.
I want to know how strong this man is.
Clearly pretty
I don't
strong.
know how to do it. Maybe you know what? Let's go have a gym session with.
Just go one for one.
Yeah.
I'll watch.
Like whatever I back squat, he has to back squat, but you and I sit on the opposite ends of the bar as well. Otherwise, it's not even fair.
Yeah, no.
But he didn't lose. Not only didn't he not lose a scrum, he dominated every scrum since he came on. But okay, sorry, last one. Then it was Argentina beat Wales as expected, and then before
We had someone in our comment section on TikTok say that Argentina was going to not win that one and that Wales was going to win. And that if Wales won, we would both have to sing the national anthem on here.
Okay.
I went and I had a look at the Welsh national anthem. Turns out pretty difficult to sing.
Yes, because it's not in
Made a
English.
bet saying that if Wales somehow won that game, I would I'd go buy a Wales jersey and wear Wales jersey.
Well, what does this person have to do now that they were wrong?
Watch a full podcast.
Yes. 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 Start to finish. Perfect. Look, Wales may have won a few games in a row, but it wasn't against any top tier competition.
Yeah, she was rough. I'm trying to find out how.
Do you want to do the predictions for last week? For next week,
and then for last week. That's easy. Hit me.
Tell me all about those squads.
Let me get the squad. I'll see if I can share my screen here.
Okay. Hold on. I got one more big. Actually, I'll wait till after this to ask you. I've got a nice question for you. I'm all over the place. I'm on Rugby Crack.
Rugby Crack. Yeah, it's tough. I'm just trying to. Where is this thing? Oh, it's behind me. How do I do this?
Share screen.
No, I'm not doing that.
Present slides.
That's pretty much what I'm trying to do, but I want to share the whole screen. Hello there. Okay, let's see how this works. Can I? If I do this, it doesn't show. It show?
There we go. That's showing.
That is the squad that's been announced for Durban. I'll let you take it in.
Well, let's go through it. We'll start with the props. Steenkamp, Marks, and Kalusadi.
What do you reckon?
Well, we're definitely trying all of our props out.
All 65 of them, yeah.
We're making sure all of our props know how to scrum. Brother, how cool must it be to have both Visa brothers in your team?
Yeah, almost unfair though.
Because both of them are just, I mean this with the utmost respect, but when they play rugby, the brain shuts off.
Yeah.
And it's wild to watch.
Yeah.
But you've got Kobus Visa and Ruben van Heerden at locks. This is good. Another game for Paul de Villiers and Peter Steph Toy.
I liked Paul de Villiers. I think he had a fantastic game. Was it last week before?
Both games.
Yeah.
He played both.
But
him and Peter Steph are the only ones that are playing every game.
Week before. And Peter Steph Toy, how do you go wrong with him?
You can't not have him in your squad. Even at lock.
Yeah.
Jasper Visa at 8 is probably our scariest 8 at the moment.
Yep. Probably the world.
Then what's your
I think he's the
opinion?
best in the world.
I'm trying to think. Him and because Adi doesn't play 8 anymore.
No.
I'm trying to think. Maybe a French 8. I don't know. Anyway, Reinach at 9. I'm excited to see. This I like. Vusi Moyo at 10.
I love this whole the whole backline. I can get behind the whole backline.
Why am I drawing a blank on Yaku Williams?
Yaku Williams, because he was born in 2005.
Who does he play for?
The Sharks.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I know exactly who he is. Yeah.
Absolute blistering pace.
Yes. Okay. Now I've got a face to the name. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Interesting choice, though.
It is.
Interesting choice to have him on wing and then have Creel and Dialende at center pairing.
Yeah. And I think that backline's dangerous. We're definitely going for points in this game.
Because the bench also gets interesting.
Yeah.
If you look at it. I'm a big fan of these three on the bench for almost every game. Andre, Hugo Venter, Jan-Hendrik Wessels, and Wilco Low.
It must fight. I know we've spoken about it before, the squad coming on, but imagine, like, it happened last week where all three of our Oaks came on same time.
Yeah.
You've got arguably the best hooker in the world, Guthrie Steenkamp and Sadi, who are absolutely also would not want to scrum them.
I'm excited. I'm actually excited to see Carlu Sadi again in the Springbok jersey.
Yeah. And then you see Wilco Low, Wessels, and Fenter coming on. My neck gets sore thinking about it.
Yeah. My spine compresses.
Yeah. When you talk about Wilco Low coming on the field, I get shorter.
Then again, fantastic. What's this? A 5-3 split. Ben Jason Dixon, Marco van Staden for the last bit of the forwards. Then scrum half replacement, Herschel Yankees. Excited to see him back out there.
Yeah.
And then you've got Lubbock and Willemse coming off the bench. Impact players, utility players.
Do you reckon?
You can play Willemse pretty much anywhere in the back line at this point. Except maybe fly half, but you could if you needed to.
Do you think they purposely put Willemse on the bench and not starting with Dialende so that they didn't mix them up again for man
And
of the
just
match.
just in case there's another man of the match award mix up.
Yeah,
That
maybe
was
they'll do like
crazy.
just a swap. But it's
Look,
I need to have a look at how many changes there actually are in this team, because there was 10 changes from the Scotland game to
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
Is
let
this
me have a-
11 changes for the starting 15?
yeah, it's got to be up there.
I'm pretty sure it's 11 changes.
Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing this team.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like that actually worked. It was our first time doing it. We did it, tested in production.
Do it
was
more
so
often.
good. Let's have a wee look here.
I got that wrong. Not Carl Lusadi back in a Springbok jersey. Carl Lusadi for the first time in a Springbok jersey. I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I know what you meant. I speak Byron.
Thank you. So yeah, it is 4 uncapped players for this team.
Gee, this is what I was saying. Like, Rusty's gone with compared to what we can put out, I want to say weaker, less experienced team. Even though there's some players in there with a lot of experience. You've got Peter Steph Toy, you've got Willemse, you've got all the boys that you need to get the job done.
Yes.
It is still, at the end of the day, a bit of a weaker team, less experienced team than we would normally. I don't want Wales to be the team that we lose to. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, that would. I still think that the strength of the squad is enough, but losing to Wales would put a bit of a dampener on the whole thing. But I don't think that's going to happen.
If we did lose that game, it's got to be the only game we lose.
Yeah, then we have to go 4 for 4 in the greatest rivalry.
All our SA teams beat New Zealand. There has to be, everyone has to lock in.
We put a little bit of the Hurricanes on them and put up 50 points each game. That is an exciting squad, though. Thank you, Rassi, for that one.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Predictions for next week, and then I got a question for you.
Okay, hit me.
New Zealand, Ireland.
In Eden Park, hey.
This is a banger.
This is a banger. I'm gonna go New Zealand.
Close game or not so much?
I think it's gonna be a close game. Hope it's not.
I think New Zealand by 12.
Yeah, I think it's fair. Plus
12 plus. There's only one real answer here, but Japan,
France,
Australia, Italy.
If Australia don't do this, I'm boycotting them in any rugby that they play. They should go down to. Do you know what happens? If they lose this game, they need to be relegated down into the cup,
the Nations Cup,
and give us the Sables. Get the transporter in, and he'll show us how it's done.
Look, Italy stand a realistic chance of winning this game. There's a concerned look on your face.
No, not concerned. Frustrated. I want the Southern Hemisphere's teams to.
Yeah, but I always want Italy to win for some weird strange reason. Okay, then we got Fiji, Scotland.
Look, Scotland.
Yeah, I think Scotland beats almost all of the Southern Hemisphere teams at the moment, except for New Zealand and South Africa, of course, because we beat them already. South Africa, Wales.
South Africa, but I think it's going to be closer than we think.
No,
this game.
No.
I'm thinking. I looked at the betting odds for this game.
Can you bet on South Africa this time? Can you bet on South Africa this time?
You can.
Okay.
Do you know what the line is?
Yes.
No, like okay. You
asked me if I know what the line is in general or the line is for that game.
For that game.
I know.
Or do you want to guess what it is?
17?
36 or 35.5 was what it was this morning when I looked.
I wonder if that number will change now that the squad's been released.
I hope so.
That'll be interesting.
But yeah, 36 points is rough.
Then, so we start the weekend with a great game and end it with a great game. Argentina, England.
Where's it being played? In Argentina. I'm going to go.
Estadio Único Madre de Ciudades.
Where's that?
In Argentina.
I'm going to go Argentina.
I hope so too. I'm going to agree with you on that one, just because I think, obviously, I want the Southern Hemisphere teams to win.
So we think the Southern Hemisphere teams that win is New Zealand, Australia, Springboks, Argentina, Fiji, and Japan.
How did we do? So round 1 was 3-3. Round 2 is 3-3 as well. Okay. I got a question for you, Chad.
Hit me. I love the questions.
This nation's championship has a bonus point rule, and that you score 4 tries, you get a bonus point. You lose within 7, you get a bonus point.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, Super Rugby does. You have to have 3 tries more than your opponent to get a bonus point try. The bonus point for the tries. Looking at this weekend's games, a lot of teams got their bonus point in the first half.
Yeah.
Do we need to look at the bonus try rule and have a change there? Because
I think so.
Attacking rugby has been rugby union. They keep adjusting things to be more attack friendly and attack minded. So I don't think 4 tries is this amazing thing that's achieved anymore. I think most games, both teams in some cases get 4 tries. So should it be to win by 3 or more tries, or do you think it should be 6 tries, get your bonus points or something like that?
No, I like the 3 tries or more than your opponent. I like that. I like that more.
So
Keeps it dynamic, keeps the boys. It makes it way more exciting for when you're in a game that you
to
need a
keep
bonus point.
pushing. Yeah, because if you're winning by
And
2
you've got your
tries, for
bonus point,
example,
yeah, you can go into full defensive mode and
win the game.
just chuck over flashbangs over the defensive wall and hope that no one gets in.
That's a good, yeah, maybe you're right. I was thinking of changing it to 6 tries, but 3 more than your opponent might actually be the way to go, because 4 tries is just not challenging enough anymore. It's,
No, if
most
Pollock
games,
can
everyone
score
gets a
3
bonus
by
point.
himself, then it's a problem.
Yeah, so, okay. Well, that was my question for you. Maybe nothing too fancy then.
No, just take what Super Rugby's doing. I mean, they're doing everything right. They've got the most viewers they've ever had. They've got,
You're such an asshole.
yeah, but that is a good rule.
And then the other law change that they're experimenting, I want to get your opinion on, is now in the under-20 championship, where high tackles are sternum and up, and they're not using TMO unless it's serious foul play, but they're going off what the referee sees as sternum and up for high tackle.
What was it before?
Shoulders and up.
They're lowering it.
Yeah. Basically, you got to tackle below the ball.
I don't like it.
I think the reason they changed that was because players were just offloading so easily.
Yeah.
But then what you have noticed is so many players head on head when they try and tackle that upright tackle.
Yeah.
So I do get the idea for the change, but we'll see. I don't know. It's
I
interesting.
don't know how I
I
feel
like
about
it.
it.
I'm a fan of it.
I think it's going to be so many more penalties given.
Fair enough.
Which slows down the game. And
We know that's the worst thing imaginable to World Rugby.
yeah.
Imagine the game slows down, the chaos.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you can lower it anymore. In a couple of years' time, you can be able to hit someone in the fucking shins.
In the kneecaps.
Yeah. Oaks are just going to be fucking flipping grass cutters all day.
Do you think we are done? Unless there's more cuck you want to cut?
No. I can't wait to see Moyo score 3 tries and Yaku Williams score tries and Sadi score his first try on debut.
I just want him to win a scrum penalty off the bat.
I'm sure Wales will make that happen.
And then also shout out to anyone who's subscribed to us on YouTube or following us on Instagram. We're doing some cool things, and we just want to say thank you for everyone who's supporting. It goes a long way.
It does. I never thought that we would have this many subscribers and people watching.
No. But it's cool that we do. And we are going to continue to talk nonsense and continue to grow, hopefully. So thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching Cut the Kak.